Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here, and welcome to another 10-minute mix challenge. This one here is going to be about EQ and compression. So at this stage, we have done our preparation. We have done our first mix challenge, which was volume and panning. Obviously saved our session where it was. And now we're up to our next one, which again, as I said, is EQ and compression. So as you would know, if you watch the other videos, I already have plugins up here on my tracks using the UAD SSL channels, which I'm going to use for my compression, filtering, and EQ. I'm considering filtering part of EQ because I always do them together. And they're already loaded, ready to go because it's part of my template. So if you haven't done so already, my suggestion is that you work out what you're going to use for this and do it now. If you're someone that likes to use lots and lots of different EQ and compression plugins, then this is going to be a very challenging task for you. Now, I'm not saying don't use other equalizers or compressors, but they are something that I would probably look at doing into the creative section at the end of the challenges or just further down the track. In this thing here, you've got 10 minutes to do all of your EQ and compression across your entire song. So I would suggest that you keep it very basic and very fast. Again, you can fine tune this out of the mix challenges if you wish in your own time, whenever you want. But the point of this is to just keep it to 10 minutes, keep your focus on bare minimum, which is just getting the bare required results that you need with your EQ and compression, not the finer details and taking it to that next level. That is not done in a 10-minute mix challenge. So you can either use plugins or you might decide that you like to use the inbuilt EQ in your DAW or your inbuilt compressors, depending on your DAW. Use whatever you are comfortable using. And as long as it's fast and as long as it's ready to go on all of your tracks. So play with each one as you go, as you do these things. Work out what you prefer to do as your quick one and set that up as your template. As I said, I have other compressors sitting here ready to go, but they will not be done in this mix challenge. They would be something that I will add outside of the mix challenges as my final, polish of the songs. This is the bare basics again, as I've said, and doing that, I'm going to concentrate on using these plugins only, just to get what I feel is necessary to get the song where I want. Okay, so that's enough talking. Let's get this song started and let's start EQing and compressing. I'm setting my timer for 10 minutes and I will not be talking through the process again as I will be concentrating on mixing for 10 minutes.
all is good. when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good when no one else could. You pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could.
Okay, so the timer for 10 minutes has gone off and I managed to just get in with the EQ and compression. Now, you'll notice a lot of the moves I was doing were very similar. And the reason for that is because generally I find when somebody does a song, if there's any issues with EQ or frequencies, they usually get presented across most of the tracks. So you can generally do most of the same moves. And as you can see from what I did here, you would have noticed as I was doing it that I was also copying settings from one SSLE channel to the other to save some time because they were basically exactly the same instrument just recorded in another pass. So it made sense to apply the exact same EQ moves and compression settings. So we didn't do anything radical with the compression here. We just did some basic compression. Like I said, we might come back at a later stage outside of the mix challenge and add some other EQs here to just add some more texture, tighten things up a bit more, that sort of stuff. But as a bare basics at the moment, this is starting to come together really nicely. We've got our levels good. Now we've got our EQ and a little bit of compression going across most of the tracks. Things are starting to sound a lot nicer, a lot clearer, and we're starting to get to a nice actual mix here. So as you'll notice, once we get through all of these 10-minute mix challenges, we'll have a very good sounding mix. Yes, it won't be perfect, and we can come back and tweak and tweak and tweak as we like, but we will have all the fundamentals down, and the mix will be fairly well presentable at the end of this stage. So give this a shot on your own mix, see how you go, and hopefully it's been a help. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.